Magandang araw Pilipinas! Welcome to Matters in Action, where we break down the biggest headlines, separate the facts from the noise, and look at the world impact of today's news. Sa ngalan po ni Mia Magdalena Focno, ako po si Raymond Sakiwat. Ito na ang ating expanded look at the top 5 stories that matter right now. Let's dive straight into the deep end. Starting at top 5, umabot na sa mahigit 1,300 ang naitalang patay sa Europe dahil sa matinding heatwave na nararanasan doon ngayon. Ang WMO nag-issue na rin ng mga extreme climate warnings habang pumapalo sa mahigit 40 degrees Celsius ang temperatura sa iba't ibang bansa roon. Dito sa Pilipinas, marami ang nagtatanong, normal naman sa atin ang 40 degrees tuwing summer, pero bakit doon nakamamatay na? The key lies in structural design and climate adaptation. Ang Europe ay binuo para sa malamig na panahon. Their old world buildings are literally insulated to trap heat inside. When a heat wave hits, these apartments turn into actual ovens. On top of that, residential air conditioning is incredibly rare over there because it was historically unnecessary. Whereas dito sa Pilipinas, AC units and air-conditioned malls are our default survival mechanism against the tropical humidity. This tragic crisis highlights a massive global conversation about climate vulnerability. It proves that global warming is no longer just a future threat. It is an active public health emergency altering human geography. Developed nations are now forced to radically retrofit their legacy infrastructure just to survive a rapidly changing planetary ecosystem. At top 4, rising titan EDSA conquers world top 10 elite after court time with Venus Williams. Laban kung laban ng ating Pinay tennis sensation Alex EDSA as she makes another historic milestone at the Wimbledon 2026 as the first Filipina to ever be seeded in a Grand Slam singles tournament. Pinasadaan niya lang naman sa first round si Renata Zarazua ng Mexico sa score na 6-1, 6-2 para umabante sa second round. This 21-year-old is officially a rising global star and her trajectory is insane. Can you talk about her elite preparation? Just last week, she was sharing the doubles court with no less than tennis legend Venus Williams at the Bad Homburg Open. That level of mentorship and exposure is showing up beautifully in her confident composure on the grass courts. And this isn't just standard hype. EDSA's recent track record proves she can hold her own against the absolute best. Over in Berlin, she achieved back-to-back stunning upsets by taking down two top 10 players in the world. World number 2 Elena Rybakina and world number 8 Elina Svitolina. Her aggressive baseline game and mental fortitude show that she's no longer just a regional prospect but a legitimate powerhouse on the WTA Tour. The sports world is officially on notice. Elite Philippine tennis has officially arrived on the world stage. Sa top 3, Dole approves 85 peso daily minimum wage hike in Metro Manila. May kaunting hinga para sa mga manggagawa sa Metro Manila. Inaprubahan na ng Department of Labor and Employment ang 85 peso daily wage hike para sa mga minimum wage earners sa Metro Manila. Malaking tulong, oo. Pambili rin ng ilang kilong bigas at pambawas sa araw-araw na bayarin ng pamilyang Pilipino. But let's look at this through a realistic macroeconomic lens. In the face of relentless inflation and the skyrocketing cost of utilities, transport, and basic commodities, the critical question remains, kasya ba ang additional 85 pesos sa daily minimum wage ngayon? Economists and labor groups argue that while any adjustment is welcome, this small increment is merely a band-aid solution that barely keeps up with the eroded purchasing power of the peso. Furthermore, this decision creates a delicate balancing act for small and medium enterprises, or SMEs, who are also struggling with the rising overhead operational costs. Striking a fair equilibrium between labor rights, poverty alleviation, and corporate viability remains one of the most complex policy challenges our economic managers must face moving forward. Moving to top 2, DOJ filed plunder charges versus Senator Rodante Marcoleta. Mainit ngayon sa Kamara at sa Department of Justice. Ito ay matapos silang makakita ng prima facie evidence ukol sa umunoy questionableng paggamit ng milyong-milyong campaign donations na hindi raw naideklara ng tama. Haharapin ngayon ng mambabatas ang banta ng pag-aresto para sa isang kasong walang piyansa. Sabi nga ni Secretary Boying Remulla, tuloy ang bulong ng hustisya. This legal development marks a significant institutional showdown. Plunder is a non-bailable offense under the Philippine law, meaning a potential arrest warrant carries massive political and personal consequences for the veteran lawmaker. The prosecution is focusing heavily on the paper trail of multi-million campaign funds, raising serious questions about campaign finance transparency in the country. As the case moves forward to the Sandigan Bayan, Marcoleta's camp is expected to launch an aggressive legal defense, calling the charges politically motivated. This high-profile anti-corruption case will serve as a major litmus test for the Department of Justice's capability to successfully prosecute high-ranking officials without fear or favor. And now this leads to top 1 story of the week. Unpermitted INC rally chokes metro traffic to shield Marcoleta from plunder arrest. Yan ang ating top story tonight. It hits right where it hurts the working class. EDSA gridlock. Isang biglang unpermitted lightning rally ang ikinasa ng mga taga-suporta at membro ng Iglesia ni Cristo nitong Martes, June 30. Ginamit ang mga bus para harangan ng ilang bahagi ng kalsada, paralyzing the EDSA Carousel busway at iniwang stranded ang libu-libong commuters sa White Plains, Ortigas at Santolan sa loob ng maraming oras. Ayon sa ulat ng NCRPO, nagkaroon ng tensyon na nagresulta ng pagkaaresto ng 2 individual at pagkakasugat ng 3 pulis dahil sa kaguluhan. This massive mobilization is heavily tied to an ongoing legal development. The crowd flooded the streets to protest the filing of a non-bailable plunder complaint against Senator Rodante Marcoleta before the Sandigan Bayan. According to the Office of the Ombudsman, investigators allegedly found out na umano'y hindi na-ideklara ang 75 million campaign donations na lumagpas daw sa statutory threshold ng batas. Now, if you ask the INC and Marcoleta's camp, they have a completely different narrative. They strictly maintain that this plunder case is a form of selective justice, weaponized to derail Marcoleta's ongoing investigation into the multi-billion peso flood control anomalies and to affect his vote in the upcoming impeachment proceedings against Vice President Sara Duterte. Capitalizing on this narrative, Senator Alan Peter Cayetano and Senator Amy Marcos both appeared on the rally stage to express their solidarity and call for due process, prompting public debates over political opportunism to secure the backing of a powerful organization. This controversy took an even sharper turn on mainstream media when Malacanang spokesperson Attorney Claire Castro boldly warned the public during her press briefing.
At lagi po nating tandaan, ang bagong Pilipino, hindi ipinagdarasan ang kamatayan ng kapwa. Ito ay gawain ng isang kulto. Gawain ng kampon ng kasamaan. Huwag po kayong magpa-register sa ganyang klaseng samahan.
Tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang rally ng INC hanggang Friday ayon sa kanila. At yan ang 5 kwentong nagpayanig, nagpamulat and challenge the status quo today. Which of these issues resonated with you the most? Share your thoughts and join the conversation in our comment section below. Tandaan, information is power, but action drives real change. Muli, sa ngalan ni Mia Magdalena Focno, ako po si Raymond Sakiwat. Stay critical and informed and always stay safe, Pilipinas. Kita-kita kits po tayo sa next edition of Matters in Action by the Law Stories and the Mountain Beacon.